Another heatwave on the way, the second in a week. Amber heat health alerts are issued for England.
Amber heat health alerts have been issued for parts of England as temperatures are set to climb to more than 30 degrees Celsius. London and the South East are among the 5 affected regions. The peak of the heat is expected to be on Monday, when a potential temperature of 35 degrees could be reached around London or Cambridge.
It's a bit of old stuff. Morning.
Old stuff, that's so disrespectful. Talking of old stuff, how you doing, Matt?
I'm all right, thank you. Nice to see you both. And glad to be with you all this morning as well. Bringing you weather for what will be a changeable day, in that the second half of the day will look different to where we start. At the moment, pretty cloudy and damp out there for some, but very humid as well. Temperatures around 17, 18, 19 degrees in a few spots. I'll take you to the weather first of all. Morning, both of you. Morning at home as well. Now, it may not look like this outside your window at the moment. This is Pembrokeshire in southwest Wales just a short while ago. The sun is out after a fairly cloudy and damp night, but it's on its way to most areas. Although most areas for the moment starting a little bit more like this. In Warwickshire, very cloudy start across the UK this morning, and for some it is raining right now. Let's take a look at where that rain is.
Exactly. I like your rainbow.
It's lovely, isn't it? Yes, very good morning to you. This is the view in Kirklees this morning, parts of Yorkshire waking up to outbreaks of rain. Quite a few of us actually seeing some rain on and off so far this morning. Indeed, yes. Next week, the start of Wimbledon, of course, probably the world's most famous tennis tournament, and it could be a record breaker. It could be the hottest opening day of Wimbledon on record. Monday, temperatures in around the London area around 32 or 33 degrees. We are set to see a heatwave build across this weekend, but it won't be quite as widespread as the heatwave we saw just a week ago, mainly limited to the far south and the east, where we could see temperatures from Saturday climb into those heatwave thresholds.
There's a little bit of everything in the forecast, but it's getting warmer.
It is for most, yep, and get a bit sunnier today as well for many too, Ben. There, very good morning too. This is Cheshire just a short while ago. This is what we call a sucker's gap across some parts of Western England, East Wales after a cloudy, damp start. Sun shines out at the moment, but we're not quite done with the cloud and rain yet. Just a little bit further west into western parts of Wales. We've still got some light and patchy rain coming its way through. And it's not really until later when we see these sort of skies develop more widely. This is Northern Ireland, where we're now into the drier conditions.
Hi, thank you, Ben. Yes, Charlotte stole my Glastonbury line a little earlier on, but the sunshine has emerged. If you haven't got it yet further east, then you will do later on this afternoon. The air is also now turning fresher, but that's not going to last.
Good afternoon. The temperature is getting hotter over the next few days, despite it feeling a little fresher today. Lots of cloud first thing this morning. We've had a couple of cold fronts moving through. It's a drier afternoon. We've got sunshine, but it is still going to be rather breezy.
Amber heat health alerts for parts of England.
Yes, certainly, Ben. Heatwave conditions developing across southern and eastern areas of England. In particular, it could turn even hotter than it was last week. But let's begin with somewhere that's a lot cooler. Some sunshine here this afternoon across Belfast, and it's for Scotland and Northern Ireland, where we are set to keep that cooler air. Temperatures here probably no higher than the low 20s in Celsius, and there will be some showers around at times.
Hello there. Well, despite a rather cloudy start for many of us, it's been brightening up nicely out there, and over the next few days lots more dry and bright weather to come. We do have a little bit of rain in the forecast tonight, but once that's out of the way, some really nice sunny spells and turning increasingly warm and humid as the days go by. And of course, with lots of settled weather on the way over the coming days, it's not the best of news for hay fever sufferers. Grass pollen in full swing, weed pollen too, and levels generally in the high category. Bye-bye.
Hot, basically.
Yes, the weather is getting a lot hotter, Sophie. Yes, we've been talking about that heat wave that's building over the next few days. Mind you, 27 Celsius in the sunshine today across East Anglia. Not exactly a cool kind of day, but those temperatures are set to rocket, and we are looking at a heat wave building over the next few days. Heat waves like this are becoming more common because of climate change, and the top temperature by Monday, perhaps Tuesday, could reach 34, even 35 degrees Celsius. The all-time June temperature record is 35.6, so we're not far away from that. That was set in the infamous summer of 1976. before my time.
And it's been a day of all sorts today, hasn't it, Chris?
Yeah, we had a bit of rain, that cleared through, and then out came the warm sunshine through the afternoon. Temperatures reached 26 degrees Celsius at Teddington, which was our hot spot, but you've probably heard a heat wave is just around the corner.
Hello there, good evening. Sunnier conditions developed today for most of us and the air felt a little fresher, but the heat is going to return, particularly across southern and eastern areas of England. So turning searingly hot by day through the weekend into the start of next week, with rising humidity levels as well, so uncomfortably warm for sleeping by night. Always cooler and more showery towards the northwest, so Northern Ireland and Scotland.
And it feels a little bit like deja vu because another heat wave is on the way. My hair doesn't like the heat wave.
Neither does mine. But yeah, second heat wave in a month. As you may have heard, those temperatures are expected to spike as we head through the next few days, maybe reaching 34 degrees Celsius. Could be even hotter. We'll take a look at that in just a second. But here's how it's all going to happen. This is our air mass chart. It shows that plunge of air which is going to come up from the near continent. And that's also helped by the jet stream, which is going to be making its way further north. So in fact, further north, it's going to be more of an unsettled picture and certainly on the cooler side. Well, let's take a look at some of those top values we're expecting over the next few days, and let's run it right the way through to Monday. And as you can see, a steady rise up to 34 degrees Celsius. But there is talk it could be hotter than 34 on Monday. Let's take a look at the all-time June record, and that was set back in that famous summer of 1976. 35.6 degrees Celsius was recorded at Southampton. 20% chance that that could be broken as we head through towards Monday. Now, of course, with all the heat, the serious side is that it really does start to affect lots of people, as it did in the previous heat wave as well. And in fact, earlier today, we did have a heat health alert issued, and that went amber across many parts of England. So who's at risk? Well, certainly young people and babies in particular, and also the over 65. So if you do know someone that is vulnerable, particularly people with respiratory problems, make sure you do check on them. But this really will help health services really staff up as we head through Friday into Tuesday. Well, as we head through the next few days, it certainly is going to be getting a fair bit hotter, but not just during the day, but the night times. They're going to be quite uncomfortable for sleeping. Temperatures maybe Sunday night into Monday could be no lower than 20 degrees Celsius in places. As I say, the hottest conditions are expected on Monday. So there you have it. Lots of people will be excited by the hot weather over the next few days, but of course there will be those that really do suffer. So it's a mixed bag actually, and we have to really take heed of that.
Across the board, people have just got to be cautious over the next few days.
Stay hydrated.
Indeed. Thanks very much.